formerly known as P, the CEO of Quality Control Music. P stated to the investigator he was at the mall when he recognized the man he knew as Keon. P told the investigator Keon was the same man who previously shot him and killed his friend, which led to the warrant for murder. P would continue by telling the investigator he confronted Keon, even chasing him to his vehicle where Keon grabbed a handgun. That's when P would run for the mall as Keon chased behind him saying, "I'm gonna kill you." P would state he was in fear for his life, hid in the mall, and came back out to see Keon was leaving the area. P would also provide a written statement. According to the written statement, Pierre listed himself as a victim or witness and wrote, "I confronted him about murder and chased him to the car. He got a pistol and chased me in the mall, threatening to kill me." The officer would write, "How do you know the subject?" And P would answer, "He shot me and killed my friend." The officer then asked, "What type of gun was it?" And P answered, "A black handgun." On a second piece of paper, the officer would ask, "Did he make any comments?" And P would write, "I'm gonna kill you." The officer then wrote, "Did you fear for your life?" And P answered yes. Pierre Thomas would sign both pieces of paper along with the witnessing officer who received the statement. Keon would be read his Miranda rights before saying he was at the mall when a man with a red hat approached him, repeatedly asking if he knew him and saying he knew who he was. Keon said the man's friends began to surround him when he took off running to the car. Incarcerated for roughly 3 months, Keon would be indicted on 7 new charges. The state would allege that on December 8th, 2009, Pierre Thomas, or P, went over to an apartment complex belonging to Karan Dennis. P had intended on playing Xbox and betting on a basketball game within the apartment that was said to be a marijuana trap house. While at the apartment, a man that evidence later identified as Keon arrived looking for the apartment owner Karan, who was outside walking the dog. P told Keon to come back a little later. Karan would make his way back to the apartment, and not long after, Keon would arrive looking to buy marijuana. When Karan went to get it, Keon was said to have opened fire, shooting Karan multiple times before firing at P. P would run for the sliding glass door, making his way 2 apartments over, where he told the tenant he'd been shot and to call the police. Karan would die from his injuries, and investigators would determine it to be a murder-robbery. Through the course of the investigation, police interviewed P, the surviving victim. P provided them with a description stating the suspect was approximately 6 feet tall, 200 pounds with a mohawk, and a possible tattoo on his face. Time would go by since the day of the shooting, and P would occasionally relay information to the police about stuff that he had heard on the street, identifying Keon, a suspect, or who he heard might have been responsible for killing his friend. He provided some info to the police, and they were able to put a person into a photo lineup, but P did not make an identification. A few more months went by, and P provided information to the police that he had heard that the suspect goes by the name Stunner, and he'd previously been shot in a club.
Yo, it's Big Ant, the spokesman, man. We back. Another edition of Urban Politicians TV, UPTV. Make sure you stay on your pivot at all times, man. Had to come tap in, and first and foremost, I want to send condolences to the entire families of Karan and Keon. No matter how everything went down with this storyline, 2 brothers lost their lives, and they got families and loved ones, close friends, and people that cared about them who are still living on this earth. And no matter who connected to who or who did what or who wasn't involved and ain't involved or even lived that lifestyle like that, they most definitely grieving somebody that they lost. So most definitely condolences to all of them. Now, I'm going to have a link in the description from 1090 Jake YouTube channel where he actually broke this story today on the internet, and it hit all the blogs and everything like that. And this got started last week when Rollo's story broke the line with the snitching allegations, and everybody was posting that, sharing that, and it was a conversation. Rollo responded, making it go up and becoming more a story. And he said, hey, this is not true. Got to everybody speak on it and say, hey, Rollo ain't doing no snitching and telling. But in the midst of all that coming up, we started seeing some blogs picking up a storyline of P of QC, the CEO. He's the one that's brought a lot of artists we follow to this game and helped put them on a bigger platform, from Lil Baby to Migos and all artists all over the country and everything like that. Basically a mogul in this game at this point. Accomplishment, achievements, the wealth acquired, the notoriety being brought up. And so once he decides to respond to this video, it's going to gain even more traction and get posted online and everything like that. And he said this: I see that 300 million got all them hating ass niggas mad back home. Anybody know me, know my character. Our culture so fucked up, it's sad y'all living this imaginary street dream. I'm changing lives and changing my family curse. I don't got no love for no nigga that tried to kill me or mine. I ain't in the streets, never wanted to be. I played the hand I was dealt and made something out of it. Y'all bum ass niggas should do the same. Stop glorifying dumb shit. RIP to my dog Q, an innocent man with 5 kids who lost his life to a bum ass nigga who didn't value his own. I'm a goat. Don't ever confuse me with a rat. Now take that fraudulent incident report and stick it up y'all ass. I love my freedom, so stop playing with it. And that's a part of this game when it comes to online news and media coverage. Once you a figure, you have a face, you have a brand, and you respond and address something online, it's actually going to turn the storyline up more and put more fire to it because you actually address it and take a stance on what the conversation is. And in PQC case, he's saying it's not true, it's fraudulent. And I'm going to keep it 1,000. If what 1090 Jake is saying in the beginning is true and real, he claims it is. This is official paperwork from what he's saying. Hey, man, PQC would be a snitch, or anybody who did that would be a snitch. If you a street nigga, you hustling, you grinding, you trapping, you claiming you a street nigga, you can't go to the police at all. You got to get street justice or take your L for anything going on. No filing police reports. That's what's understood and already been going on before I was born and everything like that. You can't talk to police. Some niggas are still living under that code, that lifestyle. Some niggas is not. It just is what it is. He said it's not true. He said it's fraudulent. I ain't no rat. I ain't no snitch. As I told y'all before, I don't look up paperwork. I don't know how to confirm paperwork. I don't care about it. I talk about it because I know it's going to get y'all here. And that's when I'm going to come deliver y'all the real. PQC done transitioned from the streets, turned a bunch of niggas up, turned themselves up, created generational wealth in our culture. Came from the streets, came from the trenches, and I'm a firm believer. You got to take your lick as a man in any situations once you make a decision to live a certain lifestyle. I'm with that. But you see how this street stuff go when it get mixed to the internet? Because P is doing so much good right now. Do niggas really care if he did this or not? Are niggas really concerned if he told on a nigga that killed this partner, killed this homie, or whatever went down with the situation? They not, because, hey man, we taking care of everybody over here, nigga. We pushing our people forward. But at the same time, that's that stuff when you dive in that water, the streets. A lot of the times, there ain't no clean cut end game. Most of the time, it ain't no end game for you. And all that stuff follow you in the long run, if this is how it happened. Dog that does so much great stuff in this culture now, but some old street stuff got him in the headlines today. This is how this game go. As I told y'all all the time, bro, make y'all transitions. I know some of us is born in that dirty water, the mud, the pit, the trench. Get up out that shit and transition, bro. No matter what you did or haven't done, get your family to a safer place, man. Because the murder, the death, it's a continuing cycle that's been killing us and plaguing us forever, man. These conversations been killing us and plaguing us forever. Tell me what y'all think. We got more coming, more videos, all that. 1,000 for shit show. Stay on your pivot. More coming.